I honestly thought that said Tigger Presents, and now I'm just mad that it won't be as bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, or as fun. Taking 10 full seconds to reveal a spacecraft. I get we're going with a theme here, but are conjoined Star Destroyers really practical? Wouldn't it limit the maneuverability and increase vulnerability to attack? What's the practical benefit of this design? Handprint, walking, waiting, walking, handprint, eyeball, excitement? Where are the guardrails on this skinny bridge? Was there some sort of protest against guardrails in this version of the Empire? What kind of culture would find such a simple, effective action to protect against unnecessary lives being lost to be controversial? Can you even imagine? Our first introduction to the sister is a crotch shot with a body sweep, and I demand to go back and see the same introduction of the brother character.
This is our mission as twins created through the power of the dark side.
Whoa. If you're going to spend 2 minutes on a spacecraft reveal and some guy walking to a gemstone, you can slow down here during important explanations and give us more time to see how the these twins came to be and why they're important.
Will the weapon's firepower be at full strength?
Rather than answering this question with a yes, B20N launches into a visual explanation complete with schematics and extra details about armor that were fully unnecessary.
High purity energy must be extracted from our power source in the central core.
It's not a Star Wars story until some droid has to exposit the inner workings of a new space weapon. And considering all these stories are side stories that aren't even official parts of lore, it's not even info I can store in my brain for later use to show up my nerd friends. This isn't even a canon.
I am concerned about the effect this prototype dark armor could have on your physical body, as well as that of your brother.
I mean, you could worry about the effect that the crystal could have on the armor, theoretically, or you could spend some time working out that Kare's very real midsection lacks actual protection. You know, according to this neat chart. Do you ever look at the designs of helmets and start off wondering what the anyone was thinking with the design, and then transition to justifying its shape because of anatomical needs, but then finally decide that it's a clever lunchbox and thermos storage? Yeah, me either. Because looking across a vast distance through a window to see an empty chair on the adjacent starship is super normal.
They won't find us.
Character confidently says something won't happen, and then it immediately happens, cliché.
What?
The twins are the two most powerful people on the Gemini-class Star Destroyer, created by the dark side. Are these stormtroopers really surprised by their power? The most shocking part of this episode is that either Kare didn't hear this small army approaching until the lights came on, or that the small army assembled quietly against the wall and began advancing in synchronistic fashion as soon as the lights came on. Using ATSTs in a ship, or anywhere really. Get out of here with your clumsy, useless ATSTs, Star Wars. We aren't buying it.
Where were you planning on going with that, Kare?
To a galaxy far, far away.
You can't see this, but my eyes just rolled so far back into my head that I think they're stuck there. Guess I won't be needing this anymore, or this anymore. Also, is this really the best way to remove your armor? Or was this a self-destruct button that has been waiting to be pressed since the armor tailor explained its function? Now, in case of dramatic emergency, press this button and the armor will fly off in multiple directions to reveal the very basic clothing underneath. So be sure you strike a dramatic pose, otherwise it will be entirely too lackluster.
The Galactic Empire. Or the Republic. I couldn't care less about either one of them!
Star Wars haters, or fans, I honestly can't tell the difference anymore.
So you have a bad feeling about this?
Are you kidding me? I like being fan service as much as the next guy, but this episode seems to think fan service is just saying things from the movies with little to no added context. It's like I always say, the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
She's going for the power core!
She's going for the power core? The most powerful item on the ship? The item that fuels weaponry and armor? The one you just stole? You don't say.
Now come to me, Kyber Crystal!
Kyber sex. Also, did someone decree that every single one of these shorts had to revolve around Kyber crystals? Why? I'm just gonna say it. Kyber crystals are the midichlorians of lightsaber lore. Don't at me.
Do you think I fear death?
No, but you clearly fear a nuanced vocal performance. Sheesh. Tone it down, Princess Breya.
Must I remind you of the purpose of your birth?
I get the impression that Am overreacts to just about every situation with a reminder of their dark purpose. Out of toothpaste? Must I remind you that dental hygiene supports our health, which only enhances our ability to fulfill the dark purpose of our birth?
And I'll do it with the power of the dark side flowing through my body!
Cool. Good thing your dark armor just happens to have a built-in kybergina for just such an occasion.
What's this?
this?
Honestly, not sure. If I had to guess, I'd say that your Iron Spider Armor lightsaber whips got twisted around your brother's new Pepsi Clear Saber. It's okay. I'm sure the rest of this battle will make much more sense. Before we go on, can someone explain the aesthetically pleasing debris field? Do the twins have pretty proximity powers for pretty space junk patterns? Look, I want to take a sit off for how gorgeous some of this is, but it's just a jumble of nonsense. She launches a heel saber at him for Yoda's sake. Congratulations. You somehow just made heels even more impractical. Duos ex machina. Also, breathing in space, talking in space, and not immediately freezing in space.
The hyperdrive. Maybe.
That's right. His plan will be to use his massive OP lightsaber combined with the hyperdrive of the ship to strike a pinpoint accurate blow to her kyber cleavage at hyperspeed, as one does.
You're right, our duo. It's just like you say. There is no try, only do. As long as you're alive, then you are free!
I swear the writer of this had the Star Wars IMDb quotes open in one tab and Chicken Soup for the Soul open in another, and just alternated between them for this finale.
Punch it!
See? The precision of the tip of this lightsaber spark managing to not slice Am in half and also delicately boot blasting the crystal to nothingness is some of the most bullshittery of bullshit I've ever seen. In other words, this f***ing works. The visual echoes of the Holdo maneuver here are spectacular, but that just makes me think of a much better Star Wars property, The Last Jedi, which is almost unanimously considered by Star Wars fans to be either the best or second best Star Wars film of all time, as I'm sure the comments are backing up right now with well-considered and polite discourse. Because the android needs an oxygen helmet in space, but the Darkseid duo does not. Based on this visual, the lightsaber blast split the ship in twain. So did her armor save her from being divided in two? And if her armor was strong enough to repel his saber attack, why would the armor's only weakness be the compartment designed to hold the precious power source? None of this makes any sense.
She's somewhere out there. The key to understanding our purpose. The reason why we were created.
How does Am know their purpose but Kare doesn't? Did they send those Zoom invites to the wrong email? Is SwoleSaber69 at EmpireMail.com so hard to remember?
She's somewhere out there.
Beneath the clear blue sky? If we don't get Fievel in a Star Wars movie soon, we riot.
She's alive. I can feel it.
And we're happy that the power-hungry murderess is out there? Episode does not contain a Schwarzenegger or DeVito.
That's right. He's not Drake. He's Hans Remore, Drake's evil twin.
Using sophisticated techniques, they extract the preserved blood from the mosquito and, bingo, dino DNA.
As you wish.
That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying "as you wish," what he meant was, "I love you."
I'm feeling better, so I'm running errands. I'm gonna get some tofu!
No, I know, I'm you. No, I'm you. Yeah, that's what I mean. We're twins.
Must I remind you of the purpose of your birth?
You were born to be hockey players.
The darkening corrupts everything it touches.
Nanowires feed directly into my cerebellum.
By the power of Grayskull!